Okay, here are the answers for Wednesday's starters. So there's a proportional relationship between the number of days that Destiny is stranded on an island, X, and the total number of trees that she cuts down, Y. So what does the Y-axis represent? That's this. And in this case, it's the trees. And the x-axis, which is down here, represents the number of days. What is the constant of proportionality? And remember that we're looking for how many trees can she cut in one day. That's the constant that we're looking for. So when you look across the bottom in this one, we can't find one because it's not here. So if we go to 5 days and we follow that line all the way up to the top and it crosses this line at the 20, so that means we have 20 trees in 5 days, and I wanted to find out how many trees in just one day. So we can do 5 divided by 5 is going to give us that 1, and 20 divided by 5 is going to give us 4 trees per 1 day. So then it says, how many trees would she cut down after 15 days? So if we can do 4 trees in 1 day, then if I'm looking at 15 days, to get from 1 to 15, I would multiply by 15. And 4 times 15 is going to give me 60 trees in 15 days. And then it says, write the equation for this graph in the y equals kx form. And remember that that k just stands for our constant. We found the constant here was 4 trees in 1 day. So y equals, I'm going to put a 4 where that k was, and then x. So I just multiply 4 times the number of days, that's the x-axis, and that'll give me the number of trees that get cut down. All right, then I'm looking at number 2. Sorry. We've got 65% off the original price, and I want to know the original price of a furnace is $940. What's the sale price? Well, remember that when we use this proportion, we want the sale price over the original price. And that's going to equal the percent that we're paying over 100. So not the percent of discount, not the percent that we're taking off, but the percent that we're paying. And we get that by doing 100 minus the 65% discount. So that means in this particular problem, I'm paying 35%. Oops. So I set up my proportion. I do the 35% that I'm paying, and the $940 is the original price. My sale price should be cheaper when I get done because 35 is cheaper than 100%, and I'm only paying 35%. So I cross multiply and do 940 times 35, which is 32,900. And then 100 times my x is 100x. Those two things have to be equal. So 100 times some number is going to give me 32,900. To figure out what that number is, I can just divide by 100. 100 divided by 100 leaves me with just that one X, and 32,900 divided by 100 is going to leave me with $329. So my sale price is $329. That's cheaper than my original price, so that makes sense. All right, Anne buys a microscope online for $954. If the shipping and handling are an additional 20% of the price, how much shipping and handling will Anne pay? So in this case, I'm just looking for the shipping and handling. I'm not looking for the total cost. So I'm just trying to figure out what is 20% of my full price of $954. I'm looking for that 20%, and that's obviously going to be less than $954 by quite a bit. So 954 times 20 is 19,080, and then 100 times X is 100X. Those two things have to be equal. So I set my equation. I divide by 100. And we've got X is equal to $190.80. And if you did that on the calculator, make sure that you add that 0 because money is 2 places after the decimal. So she is going to be paying $190.80, and that's just the shipping and handling. So she's not paying for the microscope and the shipping and handling. They just wanted to know how much for the shipping and handling. So a store pays $779.27 for a silver coat rack and marks the price up by 9.4%. What is the amount of markup? So we only want the amount of markup. So we only need that 9.4%. We don't want to know how much the total cost with the markup is going to be. We just want the markup. And then it says that we're going to end up rounding our answer to the nearest cent. So we've got 9.4%, and that is paid on $779.27. So we take the $779.27 times 9.4, and that is equal to 7,325 and 138 thousandths. And then we've got 100x. Those two things have to be equal. So 100x has to equal 77,325 and 138 thousandths. So we divide by 100 to figure out what that number is. So we've got 100 divided by 100 is x, and then we've got 73, and then we have 2, 5, 1, 3, 8. So when we're talking, I'm just going to check my math on that really quick, but when we're talking about money, we only have 2 places after the decimal. So we are looking at this, and we are using that 1 to round the 5. Since that number 1 is less than 5, that means that the $73.25 stays the way it is because the 1 does not round to the next higher number. So the amount of markup that they would pay is $73.25.